Hello and welcome back to another building video. Today is our last in the building series for Gundam Assemble for now. It's the Wings of Advance starter set, and it's going to be a Tallgeese and two Leos, a Space Leo and a Ground Leo. And I am really excited about these guys. The Leo is my favorite grunt mobile suit, so to have two in miniature form is pretty cool. So we got our runners here. Okay, so let's get this started. Ta-da! Our instructions and our glue. All right, so first is we're going to be building the Tallgeese, which remember, you don't have to glue any of this stuff together. We are gluing it together. We didn't glue some things together in other kits, but for this one, oh, it's so cool. The Leos are so cool. We're not gluing them together. I mean, we're gluing them together. We're not gluing them onto the bases because the bases in the promo pictures are hexagonal and these bases are round. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to start off with piece number 11, which is this piece. Cutting this all. Yeah, like the Leo is my favorite grunt mobile suit. It is really cool design. I like all of Oz's mobile suits. I don't think any of them suck. I mean, even like the water ones, they have like the Cancer and the Pisces, like those are, I mean, they're cheesy, so that's what makes them cool. They're like a crab and a like octopus. Like that's pretty dope. And then like the Ares is really cool. It would be cool to get a miniature Ares because they don't even have like a model kit of the Ares. Well, like a third party makes a resin kit of it, but like I want just like a regular Bandai kit. Give us the Ares. So yeah, we'll clean that off with our knife here. So it says here about the Tallgeese is the Oz 00MS, a prototype mobile suit with incredible speed and firepower. It features a powerful dauber gun and advanced vernier thrusters for high-speed mobility. Despite its superior performance, its extreme acceleration put a severe strain on its pilot. The Tallgeese's design became the foundation for the mass-produced Leo. So yeah, you'll see like a lot of commonalities between this and the Leo, just like in how they look. Like, didn't you just build that model? No, and the thing about the Tallgeese in the anime is that it's like, yeah, it's like the predecessor mobile suit. It's like everything was built and kind of designed off the Tallgeese. I think even the Gundams used the Tallgeese as like the predecessor. It's their idea of mobile suits was the Tallgeese. And the Tallgeese is a lot bigger than the mobile suits in Gundam Wing. So the Tallgeese is tall, as its name suggests. And I don't know if that's just like a speed thing or whatever, but so we're just scraping it with the knife here with our, and then we're gonna pop this guy open. That's what I like about like this stuff is like we get to see where they came from. It's like, oh, that's cool. We get to see like the original design of that everyone stole from to build their stuff. It's kind of cool. Here's the other leg right here. Just gonna cut that. A lot of people don't cut right up against the piece they want to cut apart. They kind of separate it. I've never found a benefit to doing that. I just cut right next to the piece that I want to cut to get it as flush as I can right off the bat. And then painting it, you'll just be able to, you'll cover up any like weirdness that happens from that. But I guess if you're not painting your models, you don't do that, because then you'll have these like weird pieces like kind of sticking out. Boop, 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 doo. Okay, and piece 10 is this, his little skirt, his skirt. So I've said it in all my other videos, but I kind of like to try to keep them as standalones. Like, you don't assume that you've watched the other ones. But if you're a Gundam fan, you probably are watching the other ones that I've done on this channel. But I am really impressed with the thickness of the plastic on these models, the quality of the plastic, the ease of assembly, and like how they fit together. It's also really well designed. I think other companies can definitely learn a thing or two from how they did this. It is a model company. It wasn't a game company. It's not this doesn't have like a lot of things like going for it. Like, Games Workshop is a games company, and they'll probably say they're a model company, but I think the game's rules and stuff, they had to learn they had to learn model making, and they've been around for a while, don't get me wrong, but like Bandai's been making models forever and making Gundams for a really long time as well. So to shrink them down and be as high of a quality as they are just right from the beginning is crazy, because look at like Marvel Crisis Protocol. There's a lot of weird like off it's just things that feel casted weird. And then like look how much of a model like they have in just one piece, like the whole back of the Leo, like, and with the front of the legs and everything like that. These other games are kind of like, it's not even close to that. So I am very impressed with the assemblage of this. And it's not a paid sponsor. Wish it was. If I could get paid sponsor, if you have hookups, not even paid, just give me free models. I will build these. I will be an exclusive Gundam Assemble channel only. Which, honestly, like, as soon as this game comes out, it's gonna feel like that for a while, because that's all I'm gonna be doing is playing and building this game. I've played 2 games. Well, played in a tournament for the card game that is out to get like the deck. I lost 2 games and won 1 game, so not doing great. And then I also played my wife the other day with the starter decks. She used the Seed starter deck, and I used the Wing starter deck, and she destroyed me. I got really close to beating her at the end, but she had blockers out, and I did not. And so she was able to stop my assault and destroy me with I think it was the Aegis that did it. Destroyed me. She was like all happy. She's like, "Yay, I like winning." It's like we love winning. Okay, I did cut that a little shallow. There is like a little lip on this thing, so be careful when you trim that off or sand it. Maybe don't sand it, because there is like a little lip there. We're just cleaning. Probably don't have to clean these too much. This is an inside part. Just make sure the hand is good and the elbow here. The Tallgeese is not a Gundam. We have these, what is a Gundam? What isn't a Gundam? Well, the Tallgeese is not a Gundam. is a mobile suit. And again, we talked about, in other videos, we've talked about what is a Gundam. And we can go kind of quickly through those. They're usually red, white, and blue. Now, this is not like, there are exceptions to the rule. They're usually red, white, and blue, and they usually have a V-shaped fin on their head. Let me see how this looks actually, if I decide to glue this in or not. Yeah, I can feel like I can get to it pretty good. I might not glue the gun on, but I will glue the hand on. I mean the arm. Well, that's in there pretty good. So I would not recommend doing this with regular Gundam models, is like pressure fitting them together and then try to take them apart. You will break the model for regular Gundam models. For the miniature game, it does not seem to be a problem. But don't do that on the regular models because you will break it. So yeah, usually red, white, and blue Gundams, and they have a kind of V-shaped fin on the front of their head. That is the easiest way to describe what is a Gundam. Everything else, usually a mobile suit or a mobile armor. And I mean, usually the good guy is the Gundam, but there are ones that the bad guy also has a Gundam. Okay, there's all those. Now, does that mean you can't paint this red, white, and blue? No, you can paint it whatever color you want. This is the hill I will die on for everything I'm painting. You don't have to paint it like the box art. Yes, the Tallgeese is white, but if you've seen Build Fighters, there is a Tallgeese, custom Tallgeese in there that's pretty dope. It's green and has the gun from the Endless Waltz Tallgeese, which is like a big old beam cannon. So that's cool. So Gundam is imagination. You can use your imagination to paint these however you want. Especially now there's not a game out yet. So, I mean, even if there was a game out, you know what? Paint it whatever color you want. If you want a green Tallgeese, paint it green. If you want to paint it like the Tallgeese 2, paint it like the Tallgeese 2. Ah, my eyes are bleeding. Okay. But, so let's do this. Get some glue in there, and there, and there. We will push fit this in. Look how easily that just slides in there. Like when I've been doing a lot of 3D printing lately, you can notice it's quiet right now. I'm not 3D printing right now for once in a while, but you know, when you build model kits from 3D prints, they don't leave any tolerances on the models, so the pieces don't fit together because they're like just exact, like there's no tolerance in like this to the peg that fits into it, so it's very hard to glue some of those together. Well, I guess I could have maybe left that apart for the big two verniers on the back. Probably makes sense to have not had to glue that, looking back at it now, but we're here, we've moved on. We have not been gluing on the shields. Oh, I was supposed to put the face on a while ago. I didn't put the face on. I missed that step. It's right there. It's that little teeny guy right there. It's got his cool little Spartan gladiator horn. We're just gonna... I can't even like count how many Tallgeese models I've bought in my day, because they have like the master grade, they have like the real grade, they have the original one that came out when I was little. I really like the Tallgeese. Tallgeese is cool. Look at that. It's so cool. I have not been gluing the shields on because they're just a big piece that kind of blocks a lot, so it'll be easier to just have it press fit on for the primer, and then for the glue, looks like it has the 2 beam sabers inside. That's really cool. It's a cool extra detail. And this just kind of slides on this guy, which who knows, we might not even be able to get it off once we put it on, but putting it on, not gluing it, and I'm also not going to glue the dauber gun, just because it might get in the way of a few things. Has a little nub there. And this is where we can have an interesting conversation. And so in the miniature gaming community, Gundam people, you might not know this, is that there's a big thing about drilling your gun barrels. And they're like, oh, you gotta drill your gun barrels. And that's for Warhammer usually. Now, like I say on my channel, you don't gotta do anything. You don't gotta do anything you don't want to. So if you don't want to drill that gun barrel, don't. If you want to drill the gun barrel, get yourself like a pin vise, or I have like a little electric one, a little electric drill, and it has a little thingy on it, and you can drill the gun barrels out if you want. I am not going to be drilling the gun barrels because I don't really like to. I was trying it on one of my projects, my Black Templars, but it got old really fast. I was like, I don't want to do this. So then we can just slot this in here. So the one thing about this guy, on every model, this gun is very awkward because it anchors into the shoulder, and it kind of like, he just kind of holds it in his hand weird. But this looks pretty dope. Like how it turns out here. It's not using a flying base, which is cool. I thought it would use a flying base. I think maybe the regular one will, because I think it's like more flat posed, if I remember like looking at the stuff earlier, like the promo stuff. But yeah, then we'll just stick him in there for priming, and we're not going to glue him. And that is the Tallgeese. Look how cool that guy is. Let's see how much bigger, if he is bigger than stuff. He's a little tall, but you know, in universe, like the wing Gundam would be shorter, for sure. Because these are different series, so these guys wouldn't even be saying hi to each other. So now we're gonna build our ground type guy, which is only 3 pieces. That's awesome. Look at that. I mean, that's a little weird, right? That big arm right there, but who cares? It is I don't even need the instructions for this, but it's awesome. So this is a Leo. So all the Oz mobile suits. Oz is the bad guys. Well, kind of bad guys. I don't know. I don't remember. Like, I think they're bad, but kind of good in some way. It's complicated. They definitely do bad things for sure. So, but this is, so all their stuff's named after what's called zodiac signs. So they have like the Leo, the Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Aries. I don't know if they have like other, like the Gemini. I don't know if those are ones. I don't think they are. I can't think of them. But anyway, so the Leo mobile suit, let's read the little excerpt that came in the thingy here, the little info, is a mass-produced mobile suit. It is versatile and customizable with various weaponry, including machine guns, beam cannons, and shields. Although lightly armored, its ease of production and adaptability made it the backbone of Oz's military forces. Despite its simplicity, it played a crucial role in the countless battles across Earth and space. So there's the information on this guy. And then, you know, later on in the war, in the anime, they become, do the Leos become automated? It's basically like, they're called mobile dolls. And they're not piloted. They're just unmanned weapons that they can use to do stuff. Let's clean that. Okay, let's just put this guy together. And we'll just squish. It's like a little weird looking gap there, like because the arm's so big. Okay, maybe they were a little lazy on the Leos. Or maybe that is like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is how big. No, because I have the model over there. Their arms are not that big. Especially like this one. You can see this one, his arm is like normal size. So let's just clean that off right there. Why they always have to put the gates on these little guys. I mean, it just definitely doesn't feel flimsy though. I mean, I haven't ever felt during this whole process of building these guys that I was ever gonna break the model on accident, which is good because I have felt that in other games and other miniatures before. So we just squeeze that little guy in there. Yeah, look how small his little hand is compared to how big the rest of it is. I mean, I get it. Like, they had to make it, like, one piece. They didn't have to, but they made it one piece. So that it was easier to put together and stuff. And it's just a grunt mobile suit, so it's a lot in life is to die. But yeah, so there is the ground Leo. So we will cut this out. This piece here. Let's clean up the little shiny guy right here, and we will stick him into the piece. Bye-bye. Ground Leo. And then lastly, we have our Space Leo. What makes it a Space Leo? One, it's purple. Purple so that you can't see it in the sky, I guess. And it has this little cool pack on it. And it's like the little, like, you know how our astronauts have little air packs that shoot air to make you move around and maneuver? That's how that works. And that's really cool. It's a cool little, it's not like fire. It's not like booster jets that it has to help it move around. It's literally just air. This one has a few more pieces on it than the last one. It also has a big old hyper beam cannon thing. I am excited to get to painting these guys. Well, all the models, not just these ones, but so that'll be coming. And next week we'll start painting. I don't know if anyone has any preferences of which goes first or whatever, but probably just gonna go in order that I built them. So it's gonna be Gundam first, then it's gonna be the Zaku's, and then it'll be the Seed, and then we'll cap it off with these guys at the end. Or I don't know, who knows? Who knows? If you have any thoughts or things that you'd like to see before others, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And I will take those into consideration before I paint things. So let's just squeeze him on there. Oops, we just got our fingerprints all over the front of this thing. So remember, you can do this to clean up that part. You can just rub it with the glue here, and it should clean it up. I hope it does, because I don't want it to be left like that. That would suck. So we will glue this arm on, but the one that goes across the body, we will not glue. But also, we have that glue that we just put on the chest that if it doesn't get fixed by the glue, then we will I mean, we're gonna glue it anyway, but hopefully the arm covers that area and we don't have to worry about it. So maybe don't cut towards your hand when you're pushing hard like that. I'm not gonna advise anyone on how to use a knife, a really sharp knife. You figure it out yourself, and it's not my fault, whatever happens. If you cut yourself, I do not take responsibility for that. So this piece, we will get some glue in there, and we will push, fit that on. And for the hand, the other hand, we'll get all that. Throw that piece on the floor, and we will clean off the little nub marks as best we can here. And we're not gluing this piece, we're just sticking it in there for now. And when we paint it, we'll take it off so we can paint the chest better. But yeah, it looks like it covers that area, so we don't have to worry too much. And this one does use the flight stand. So we'll take that and the little piece that attaches to it, and we will just not glue this in either part of the model, because sometimes it's going to be in a weird position and it's going to be hard to get, and we're not gluing to the bases anyway. So we will put that in there. It does have a little stop at the bottom, so you're not going to push it all the way through, and we'll just stick that in there, and that's it. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later.